Hey everyone! I'm Annie. I'm a developer evangelist here at Tech AI, and I'm super excited to tell you about Artemis today. Artemis is our evolutionary AI platform to help you transform from the code you have to the code you need. It uses an intelligence engine, which includes a mixture of tools, including the context manager, validation tools, evolutionary algorithms, and our data science expertise who know their ways around LLMs to help us squeeze the best performance out of your code. Today we're going to have a look at FullFIX, a high-speed C library for parsing fixed messages and improving its performance to make it run faster using Artemis. FIX, or Financial Information Exchange, is the messaging standard used in global trading, and every microsecond matters. Let me show you how Artemis can help analyze, optimize, and validate this codebase. Okay, so first we're going to copy the FullFIX GitHub URL and create a new project in Artemis. We select Git, drop in the URL, and create the project. Artemis can help us analyze the codebase to identify the bottlenecks in our code so that we can target our optimizations smartly. This will save us a lot of time, especially on larger and more complex codebases. There are a few ways Artemis can analyze the code. You can get the agent to do it, you can use tool-based methods with external profiling tools, and others. I'm going to select the general files I'm interested in analyzing and add it to the snippets page. Each row here is a code snippet representing a segment of the original codebase that will be used by Artemis later for context and targeting optimizations. Artemis can then score these code snippets to help us evaluate it against different criteria. You can define your own criteria, select one or more LLMs for Artemis to score the code depending on your use case. I'm going to pick the built-in optimization one and select these LLMs. The scores will act as guidelines for us to quickly filter and understand the existing code. This looks like a good candidate. Now we can get Artemis to start optimizing the code by generating new code versions for us. You describe your goal in the prompt. I'll go with the built-in optimization one, and enable Artemis intelligence. You can select one or more LLMs, and then Artemis will be able to use its intelligence engine to smartly retrieve relevant context and use evolutionary algorithms to iterate and evolve on new code. This is pretty cool and works kind of like natural selection. So for example, in the first wave, Artemis will generate 5 new code variants. From this 5, mutate and select one best one to tell the next wave how to generate 5 more better versions. And it will repeat and iterate and so on and so forth. So this is how Artemis self-learns and evolves on your code over time. And that's pretty cool. Next, Artemis also scores these new code versions so that we don't have to review every single piece of AI-generated code. Finally, the most important step is to validate the code. So Artemis works with custom runners, similar to GitHub runners, and allows us to execute the code, making sure it can compile, pass any unit tests, and any benchmarking tests. In the last step, Artemis can benchmark the original codebase against different combinations of code versions that we just generated in the snippets page. Then we can compare the before and after changes in runtime, GPU, CPU, and memory usage. We can see the code differences here, approve it, review it, and then pick the best version suitable for our needs and make a pull request back to our Git repository to commit the changes. In this case, we achieved 47% faster runtime on the GPU, reducing execution time from 1.5 seconds down to 1 second. For businesses, this translates to tangible savings, such as reduced compute costs and lower energy consumption. And that's it. Thank you for joining me and Artemis on evolving from the code you have to the code you need. See you next time.